I'm Showbiz Shelley, hanging out here in studio with Melissa Rauch, who stars in The Bronze, which is out in theaters March 18th. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, how are you? Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for being here. So a lot of people probably know you actually as Bernadette from The Big Bang Theory.
Yes, that is a job I'm so grateful for. We're in season 9 and picked up to season 10, and I love it there so much.
You guys, is it just, you just had the 200th episode? Is that right?
Yeah. We had a wonderful celebration. I still can't believe it's 200. Our writers are amazing that they have written 200 heartfelt, hilarious episodes.
The thing, I was reading about you, and you have an interesting story. A lot of interesting things you've been through. What is it I read that you started off initially, you were a waitress, tried to do some hand modeling in there or something?
Yeah, so I waited tables for years, and I had these very, cracked, dry hands. I was living in New York, and they were just, the ugliest hands you could possibly imagine. And I went in for an audition for a TGI Fridays commercial, and I got a couple callbacks for it, and I was so excited, and I thought, oh, this is it, I'm going to get this commercial. And the director had asked me for my availability for the next week. He's like, just one last thing, can you show your hands to the camera, just back and front really quickly, because I was going to need to be serving, fajitas to the customers.
Okay, yeah.
Do, a close-up of my hands serving them. So I showed my hands to the camera, and I heard him from behind the camera go, Jesus Christ! And then I didn't get the job, and that was the end of that.
But maybe it worked out, because I know you have a writing background and a comedy background, right?
Yes.
So talk a little bit more then about how you sort of got to this point with
Sure.
Bronze.
So my husband and I met in college as writing, and we became writing partners in college, and I've always loved to write for myself. I started when I was a little kid. I went to a summer camp that encouraged you to write sketches for yourself and perform them. So it's always something that I love to do. And after I graduated college, I was looking for acting work. I was doing theater in the back of laundromats and stuff. So my husband wrote a one-woman show for me called The Miseducation of Jenna Bush that ran in New York, and that brought me out to LA. So I've always sort of used it as a way to create roles for myself when the roles weren't necessarily coming.
Yeah.
And that's what we did with The Bronze. It was a story that we wanted to tell and a part that I wanted to play. And so we rewrote the script in 2013, and we shot the movie in Ohio on a shoestring budget over 22 days. And I can't believe it's coming out in theaters. I'm just overjoyed. It's so exciting.
And it opened Sundance, is that right?
It
so
did.
It's Sundance.
Yeah, it opened the Sundance Film Festival, and we were so thrilled to be a part of that incredible festival. And and now we're coming out in starting March 18th in theaters.
Now let's talk about The Bronze for just a second.
Sure.
Okay. First of all, you star in it, co-wrote it, like you said.
Yes.
The most ridiculous character I think I've ever seen. And it's just right from the get-go. You're like, what am I watching? What is happening here? And basically you play a gymnast who won the bronze medal years ago, but you're kind of holding on to it still. You hold on to the fact that you were this legendary figure in your town. And you have quite the personality. How do you explain her personality?
Thank you. Yeah, so she won the bronze medal on a torn Achilles in this very dramatic moment. And she's held on to that moment for all these years because she wasn't able to compete again because this injury just crushed her dreams. So she's bitter and she's angry and she's unable to reset or re-engage in life. And we initially didn't set out when we were writing this character. We knew she was going to be in a dark place, but we didn't really know how dark until we started writing it. And then we just realized that she's stuck. And sometimes when you're stuck, you just are not that nice to be around. And that's Hope Ann Gregory in The Bronze.
You could play a drinking game with this movie with how many times you say the F word, but I think you'd be absolutely hammered.
Yes.
You'd be smashed by the
You
end
would.
of
We
it.
kind of rival Scarface.
Yes, you do.
In the amount of F-bombs. And again, that wasn't something that we set out to do with that. It was not necessarily profanity for the sake of profanity's sake. We really wanted it to be that she's rebelling against this life where she was really boxed in, and now she's eating whatever she wants, she's saying whatever the F she wants, and she's now faced with this decision that she has to make. This new young gymnast is in town, and she has the opportunity to train her, and she needs to decide if she's gonna actually help her, if she's gonna sabotage her to preserve her own her own star name in that town.
You must have had 100 Fantas during the filming of this.
Yes, there was.
Seemed like a
that
lot.
is her drink of choice. We ended up at one point filling it with like Orange Emergency.
Oh, okay, good, because I was gonna say, yeah,
I was sort of on a sugar high for a bit. I was like, we need to change this.
You
up.
must have been.
Yeah.
And the final thing I just have to talk about, because I've never seen anything like this. There's a sex scene in this movie that's out of control. It's, what do you say? It's a gymnast sex scene that you guys, did you rehearse it? I mean, how did that work?
Oh, well, thank you. First of all, we wrote it in the script as the most crazy, epic gymnastic sex scene ever, and we underlined it with tons of exclamation points, and we put it in bold, and then we sort of broke down, bullet pointed what exactly those moves were going to be. And we had this amazing gymnastics coordinator by the name of Christina Baskett who did all our gymnastic scenes, and then she choreographed this, essentially what came out to be a gymnastic sex ballet.
It's
will.
Crazy. Yeah.
So I'm very excited for people to see it. Sebastian Stan shows many sides to him, no pun intended. In this movie.
So do you, for that matter.
Well, I have to say, we both had body double. Sebastian does really go for the gold more than I do. I had a fantastic body double from Cirque du Soleil because I'm not that talented in the bedroom.
It's amazing. It's really an incredible scene, yeah. So people have to tune in for that, if nothing else. But Leslie, you're so teeny, by the way. 4'11", is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you had a little bit of gymnast experience. I know you like gymnastics. But
I do. I'm a huge gymnastics fan. I'm very unathletic though, and tried my hand at it and was not very good. So I took some gymnastics lessons for the movie, but I did not succeed. If you asked me to do something now, I would be able to strike a pose, and that's pretty much it.
So maybe to finish off, should we strike a pose?
Let's do it.
Yay! Melissa, so great to meet
nice
you.
You
too.
so
The
much.
Bronze, out in theaters March 18th. Be sure to check it out.
Check it out. Thank you.
Yay!